Welcome, everyone. It is Tuesday, January 20th, and we have gathered for another group Ancestral Healing Zoom. And tonight we are going to be working on releasing inherited emotions and beliefs related to feeling judged, persecuted, excluded, or like the black sheep of the family. And I am so appreciative to everyone who has chosen to join us today. My name is Alina Phoenix, and I have lots of certifications. I'm an intuitive energy healer, and ancestral healing is one of my favorite types of healing to do. And your presence here is so welcome and so honored, whether you are here live with me now, watching this later, at any level of participation. I could not do these kinds of healings without you. So we are joining together because we are choosing to release as much of the burden of pain and inappropriateness in this world as we can that is related to today's theme. And we are also choosing to call forth the gifts and the blessings that are present in our lineage to support us in this great evolution. So I always choose a different background image for each event that aligns with the energy that we're currently in. And today I'm inspired to do this event in front of these interacting toroid fields. So I'm just going to scooch out of the way a little bit so you can see this. And so our energy field as human beings is actually a toroid. And when we are in a state of love and coherence, our toroid field expands. And when we are in a state of fear and incoherence or negative emotional states, it contracts. So basically, it feels like the actions that we are taking to create coherence in our personal energy fields matters more now than ever. It is really a time that we need to return to our own hearts and practice our discernment as much as possible. This world is full of lots of wonderful narratives and stories and people that believe all kinds of things and experts and all of this. And it's very challenging when you don't have that connection to your inner knowing and your inner wisdom, and you haven't built trust in that inner knowing and that inner wisdom to really know where to go, what to do, how to feel, all of that in this big energy that's on the planet right now. And there are forces that do seek to capitalize off of our confusion, and then also direct the people who are not in a state of sovereignty in a way that supports their agenda, not necessarily supporting the needs of the average person. We are invited by this energy to place our actions where our alignment is. And so it's really important to start thinking about and feeling into what are you aligned with in this world? And what doesn't belong to you? What doesn't belong in your field? What do you not want? And we want to focus on putting our energy into where we're aligned, into solutions, into those things that create peace inside of our lives, rather than being pulled into the drama and the narratives that we are constantly being bombarded with every day. Wherever your heart has been hurting, it's important to think about, what is the message of the hurt? What is it inspiring you to change in your life? How can you support yourself better through this hurt? That change that we are longing for on a collective level starts with good stewardship of our own energy and our own lives. Peace on earth is an inside job. The more peaceful and coherent that we can be inside of ourselves, the more that we ripple coherence out into the fields, which is part of the reason why these interacting toroid fields are behind me. It is a visual representation of how our energy is radiated out into the world and how it affects those things around us. And one of the things that we do know is that a coherent field inspires coherence in other fields. And a dysregulated field will inspire dysregulation in other fields. And so coherence is the stronger of these states. The more coherent we can be, the more we can regulate our energy, the more that we can self-direct and be sovereign, the more that we can inspire others to be the same way according to their own inner wisdom, the more that we can create positive and beneficial change. But when we are pulled into those states of incoherence, of fear, of confusion, of distraction, etc., the less effective that we are in creating the life that we desire, the less effective we are in creating the peace that we desire. And so our essential job is to hold our own unique vibration as coherently as possible. Got a little kitty visitor. Yes, hello. Everybody say hi to Kara. I'm busy, darling. Love you. um, and so we need to hold our own unique vibration as coherently as possible, because we each have a unique vibration, a unique purpose that we bring to this planet. And we get to choose how we direct our energy, how we live our life, the media that we participate in, how we treat others, the gifts of our hands and our hearts. And our job is to be as uniquely ourselves as we possibly can within this world that wants to corral us into conformity and divide us into opposing groups. So, can we instead cultivate that harmony inside of ourselves? Can we become peaceful inside of our own lives? Can we spread that peace and balance wherever we go, regardless of what activity that we're engaged in, whether we're doing the dishes or going to our job or just driving down the road? So this is our essential task. And if you need a little bit of help on how to do this, the practical applications, that's one of the things that I am working on bringing forward. So I do have a couple of new offerings that I want to invite you to. And so the first one is Tea with the Ancestors. So this is going to be a Sunday afternoon sort of a thing, and we are invited to come together over tea or your own favorite hot beverage, and live on Zoom, we're going to invite the ancestors in and ask them about the blessings and strengths in our lineage. So it's kind of like the counterpart to the Ancestral Healing Zoom. So instead of focusing on releasing the burdens in the Tea with the Ancestors, we are focused on accessing our blessings and the wisdom and the good times and the resilience that is built in to all of our lineage, and help us call forward those things and manifest them in our lives, not just for ourselves, but for our entire lineage. For just as when we come together for these ancestral healing Zooms, what we release for ourselves releases for the collective. What we call in for ourselves as a blessing also becomes called in for the entirety of our lineage as well. And goodness knows we could use some more good things in this world. And so we'll also do a little bit of releasing of the collective burdens that those ancestors bring forward to release at that time. And then the other one that I'm bringing forward is Self-Support Sundays. And this one is the one that I'm probably most excited about. This is the one where we show up as our authentic, messy selves, and we practice holding space for our own big emotions with self-compassion and support. So no spiritual bypassing, no love and lighting it away, no making us bad or wrong for feeling the way that we feel, but learning how to meet ourselves where we are with love and compassion and kindness, and honoring the authenticity and the messages of those big ugly things that we would prefer not to feel. So it's also a place where we're going to work on releasing ancestral patterns that we share, creating custom affirmations that we can do to help ourselves get through the things that we are experiencing. And this is especially important for those of us who have felt alone, who have not really had the love and support in our lives that, we perhaps would have wished for. Those of us who have felt like we're too much, who learned that self-abandonment was safety, or who struggle with self-hatred, self-abuse, or self-harming sort of behaviors. I have lived in all of those spaces, and I have gotten to a place in my life where I actually do love myself and I like myself. And I'm generally happy with myself as a human being, in spite of the challenges that I continue to go through, where I spent over 30 years of my 46-year life in a place of self-hatred, self-abuse, self-harm, truly feeling like I didn't want to actually continue being here on this planet. And so I really want to help people that are struggling with those kind of feelings to learn the how of it. It's a very much a how to, a practical application sort of a group. And because basically, when somebody says, well, you need to hold space, you need to hold space for that, hold space for yourself, hold space for someone else. What does that even mean? Well, this is about defining what that means and practicing how to do it so that it's not just this abstract concept, but it's something that you can apply to your daily life to make it better and easier. Because one of the crazy secrets that I know about life that just blew my mind when I learned it is that if we can feel an emotion from start to finish without amplifying it via the stories in our heads, trying to push it away, change it, diminish it, deny it, shove it down, etc. If we can just sit with ourselves, hold space for our feelings, allow those feelings to communicate what they need to communicate to us, those emotions last 30 seconds. 30 seconds. How many people have experienced a negative emotion for 30 seconds and that's it? Not me, not yet. I'm getting closer. But the thing of it is, it's a practice and there's a real how to do it. And so that's what these self-care and support Sundays are all about. I've got a brand new one coming up on this Sunday. It's my first one. It is an absolutely free offering for the first one, although I am accepting donations if you feel so inspired. And that link will be part of your report today. It'll also be posted in the video when I post this to YouTube. So I do invite you to join me, especially if the concept of self-love is something that you're like, gosh, I wish I could do that, but I just don't know how. We're going to work on the how of it. So that's all for the general announcements and regarding the picture in the background. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to settle in with a little meditation and prayer to create the right frame of mind. And I invite you to do these affirmations with me silently or out loud. Please get comfortable in your body, whatever it is that you are doing, whether you are sitting or standing, laying down or listening while otherwise occupied. Be present here and now. Let's take a nice deep breath and relax into our bodies, knowing that we are safe and protected to be here now. Please affirm with me, we shine our light. We are now going to activate our universal calibration lattice, toroid of consciousness. This is the totality of our energy field, which includes all of our chakras, meridians, magnetic field, and is an extension of our nervous system. Please focus on your center below, approximately 24 inches below the bottom of your feet, and affirm with me, I honor my body presence. I am here. Let's take another deep breath. And bring our awareness to the infinite, eternal part of ourselves. Please focus on your center above, approximately 24 inches above your head, and affirm with me. I honor my soul presence. I remember I am. Another deep breath, and let's focus on the column of light and energy flowing through the core of our being that contains all of our chakras. Please focus on your core consciousness and affirm with me. I honor my spirit of infinite love and wisdom presence. I know I am. We join together through the braiding of the light fibers of our universal calibration lattices in order to create this activation and clearing today, honoring the uniqueness and inner wisdom of each person present. We take another deep breath and we acknowledge the beautiful benevolence and abundance of Gaia. We ground ourselves deeply into the earth, bringing in the energy of garnet to assist us in tuning into the new frequencies on this planet. Please affirm with me. I honor you, Gaia, my beautiful home. Thank you for supporting us, nourishing us, and loving us always. We take another deep breath and join our intentions together right now to create a heart coherence, knowing that we too are included in these energies of benevolence as we pray for intervention. As we heal ourselves, we heal others. As we heal others, we heal ourselves. Take another deep breath, and you may close your eyes if you wish. Dear God, Source, Creator, Universe, we thank you for our lives. We thank you for this moment. We thank you for all that came before and all that will ever come after. We come before you now to ask for assistance in healing and transmuting the inappropriate energies that are on our planet now. We ask that all energies interfering with the flourishing of all life be transformed and transmuted now into only love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and abundance through all space-time continuum in every dimension. We ask to be placed on the fastest possible timeline for ascension of ease and grace. If it can be healed or repaired, please heal and repair it. If it can be prevented or averted, please prevent or avert it. If it must be destroyed or dismantled, please destroy and dismantle it. Let all that is needed happen for the greatest possible good of all, whatever that looks like. And may the energy of solutions arise in every area they are needed. We ask that divine synchronicity be activated for all who are praying for intervention and that benevolent outcomes occur for all who are seeking divine assistance at this time. Place the needed answers in their paths. Make it obvious. Make them look. We speak now to the divinity that resides in the hearts of all, especially those who participate in and contribute to the inappropriateness in humanity, those responsible for harm and violations of sovereignty. We call forth your highest healed soul selves to step forward into this now time and blossom compassion and integrity into your hearts. May your hearts be filled with so much love and joy that all harmful ways are immediately discontinued and your paths are turned towards healing the damage that was done. So be it, and so it is. I am so very grateful it is done. If your eyes were closed during the prayer, you may open them now. Thank you for taking compassionate action with me to assist with the healing of our precious planet and our precious human family. Most of you have been with me many times for this event. However, if you are new or if you are considering participating in a future event, There is a short video link in the comments below that will tell you all about how it works. And we're going to start tonight with a couple of oracle readings that will help us understand a little bit more about what's going on with this planet. So this is all about helping us figure out what is going on right now and how can we best navigate through this time. So what do we need to know on this day? Energy moving out, energy moving in, lesson we are learning right now, advice from our higher self, and the outcome of this period in our lives. So I've finished shuffling. I'm going to cut the deck. First card, energy moving out, is surrender. Surrender. So surrender is kind of like, I'm just going to kind of put my fate in the hands of the universe and let the universe take care of me. And I've noticed in a number of my friends and a number of my spiritual circles, there are a lot of people that are like, well, spirit wants this, spirit wants that, spirit wants the other. Spirit is not in charge of directing our lives. We have free will for a reason. We are here to decide what we are going to do about our lives. There are times that surrender is useful when we have no power. Giving our faith to a higher power, to spirit, to guide us is absolutely called for and can be very, very helpful. But when we are in a moment that is calling for action and we're still sitting there going, I surrender to you, universe, just you take care of everything, and we just sit there and do nothing because we've surrendered, that's not exactly the helpful energy. And so I feel like this energy moving out is really calling us to action. There are certain actions that each of us need to take in our individual lives in order to bring ourselves into greater peace, alignment, and harmony. And those actions are going to be identified in your life by those areas of consistent pain over time. So those places where we have pain over time, that pain is a message from our soul. Our soul can't exactly step out of our body, bop us on the nose and be like, don't do that, knucklehead. So what our soul does is it gives us emotions to give us messages. And so those things that we generally consider positive emotions are more preferred emotional states. Let us know that we're in alignment. Let us know that we're moving in the right direction. We're in congruence with our soul. Those areas where we are in pain in our less preferred emotional states are messages from our spirit that something might need to change, or you need more support in this direction, or both. And the thing of it is, a lot of us have been conditioned to surrender to those relationships, those situations, because they are meeting certain of our needs. This can be family relationships, especially when we're young. This can be work relationships because we need to get them damn bills paid. They don't stop just because we're desperately unhappy with our job. But this is a time of great change on the planet. And if you've got an area of your life that has been consistently painful, that's a place where the surrender needs to get out of the way and positive action to change it needs to be taken. So that's the energy moving out. Energy moving in, strength. This goes right along with what I was saying because it does take strength to end those long and persistent patterns of pain. I was struggling in living in a house that was filled with mold inside of a relationship that was very painful for many years, but I loved him and I have family and support in that area, and my business was established in that area, and it felt easier to stay despite the suffering. And yet that suffering built up over time to the point couldn't stand it anymore. I broke. I had to get out of there. And now As of October last year, I have moved into a completely new state, into an area where I really have no support. I have to rebuild my business. I have to rebuild a support network. I have to do a lot of work that takes internal strength and fortitude and perseverance in order to be able to create what I need for my life. And it took a lot of strength to make that kind of a decision. Now, you don't necessarily need to, just unplug from your life and change everything. Or maybe you do. That is something that is about you and what are the messages from your own spirit. Where are you being called to use your strength to make a decision that needs to be made? So, lesson we are learning right now is stop. Ha! What do you need to stop in your life? What are those things that you've been doing that just need to be coming to an end? Where are those big red flags that are waving in your face and you're just like, it's not so bad. I'm getting all these other benefits, but maybe you need to stop telling yourself stories about why to stay in that terrible situation that you're in. Maybe you need to stop telling yourself stories about why you're not good enough. Maybe you need to stop telling yourself stories about why change is not possible. So, what are the things that need to come to an end? What are the things that you need to stop? Because that's going to be an important question. That's the lesson that we're learning right now, because certain things truly do need to be brought to an end right now, not just individually, but collectively. And we always have to remember that the collective stuff is built from all of our individual choices added up together. So when the big world feels incredibly overwhelming and like there's nothing you can do about it, we always have to return to where our power is. And that's right here, right now, in this seat. What do you have control over? Very short list. Our thoughts, our actions. End of list. So those things are connected. How do we change our thoughts, which can inspire us to change our actions? This is where our power is. And this is where we need to look at what are some of these habits that I'm doing that are not necessarily serving me that I need to stop? What are these things that I'm participating in that I need to stop? What is some of the media that I'm consuming that I need to stop? What are some of the food or the vices that I'm consuming that I need to stop? So what do we need to stop? Advice from our higher self, anxiety. I feel like this is speaking to that pattern that happens when we are making these changes and we're going from the familiar, which may be very messed up, to the unfamiliar, where we have no idea. Could be better, could be worse, could be the same. We don't like it when we don't know. That is a big feeling of anxiety. And I feel like this card is letting us know that this is a big possibility for what happens when we start accessing that internal strength to stop the things that we need to stop, to take positive action, to end that surrender pattern that is not serving us. And this is something that we need to expect, and we need to learn how to sit with ourselves and work through in order to be effective. Anxiety is not necessarily a signal that something is wrong. Biochemically, anxiety and excitement are the exact same chemicals in our body. The difference between whether we interpret it as anxiety or as excitement lie in the story that we're telling ourselves in our heads about that feeling. So this is advice from our higher selves. How can we be with ourselves and honor our anxieties? We need to self-soothe. We need to reframe. We need to watch our thoughts and the stories that we tell ourselves about those anxieties. So that's the advice coming in right now. And the outcome of this period in our lives is energy. Oh, and look at how that aligns with the background today. You can't make this stuff up. There is so much energy pouring into the planet right now. We just had some massive solar flares, some huge CMEs. Tonight and tomorrow, we are going to be experiencing some giant aurora borealises across the vast majority of the planet. There's also been an anomaly of some sort of a giant energy beam that hit our planet from what appears to be empty space, opposite from the sun. We have no idea where that came from. Our planet is being infused with so much energy right now. And how we handle this energy is really, really important. There is going to be increasing energy going on this planet, especially as society continues to go through massive seismic changes, especially as we continue to have more disclosure about the inappropriateness that has been going on at the upper echelons of our governments around the world, especially as more is being revealed about some of the big stories that we've been told our whole lives, the institutions that we've been told that we're supposed to be able to trust, the epistemic problems that are plaguing our entire society. And we have got all of this energy coming in right now that is enabling us to change it. And so now is not the time to be passive. Now is the time to start learning how to harness and direct our own most precious personal resource, our energy. And the more that we learn how to do this, the more effective that we become in our own life, the more peacefully that we can move through these giant changes that are occurring on our planet and in our own lives, sometimes without us even trying or without us even wanting it. So this is definitely where my work is. The full moon releases and activations, the energy activation process on those particular events is specifically to help us increase the coherence within our energy field and to learn how to self-direct our most precious personal resource. So I do invite you to join me for those, because it seems like it's coming up here as something that's needed. All right, we have got 3 mantras from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck to support us at this time. So I'm just going to give this a quick shuffle and a cut. And the first thing that is coming up is expanding inner power. Expanding inner power. And this says, I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. So we all have this inner desire, this drive to be creative. So what is your inner drive to create inspiring in you? I feel like that's the question that's being asked by that affirmation. The next one is integrating the ego. Integrating the ego. So many of the spiritual practices of the past have tried to make the ego a villain. Our ego is not a villain. If the ego was a bad thing, we would not all have one. Our ego is our protective personality. It is that part of us that gives us the desire to live a unique life, to go out and achieve things, to utilize our creativity. It's not something to be diminished or demonized or fought. It's something to be brought into balance. I've got to sneeze. Please excuse me. The affirmation here, everything is for me, not against me. And that's a beautiful teaching from Matt Kahn. I'm going to actually post one of his videos. One of my favorite videos that Matt Kahn did was all about understanding the ego. And I love the way that he describes that. I will definitely post that link in the report that you guys will be getting in the comments under this video. And the final one is rewiring the nervous system. So this one is all about, I find strength in surviving my traumas. I find strength in surviving my traumas. So think about it. Your success rate in surviving every horrible thing that you've ever experienced is 100%, or you wouldn't be here watching this video. And while these difficult things have left an imprint on our being, we do have the ability to rewrite those stories, the meaning that we give to them, and to rewire our nervous system to be calmer, to be more loving, to be more self-loving, especially. And again, that points right back to one of the new things that I was talking about doing. So I think that these 3 cards are very aligned, and I am very grateful to Matt Kahn for his work and for that lovely deck. And the final deck we have today coming up to support us is Divining with the Dragons. Dragons continue to be incredibly present in my life, in my dreams, in my intuitions, in my work. And I love the dragon energy. They are really becoming a lot more active on the planet right now. And we have the Diamond Rainbow Dragon coming up. I believe this one actually came up in the last event that I did, that this deck came up. So the Diamond Rainbow Dragon, let me find this card. This one says freedom. If the Diamond Rainbow Dragon has stepped in for you today, there are some exciting openings happening for you right now. These can be on many different levels, but wherever this energy is entering, you can be sure that doorways are opening and things are moving forward. It may be time to see the true reflection of things. Most of our reality is, in actuality, a perfect inversion of truth. Can you allow yourself to open your vision and heart wide enough to embrace the truth that is being revealed? Let yourself go through the doorway into the unknown. You may not recognize the amount of color and brilliance on the other side. Open to the endless possibilities. True freedom awaits. I think that that is really beautiful. And I think that that is perfect in alignment with everything else that came up today, with everything that we've been talking about so far. I think it's especially important to look at the message and kind of like emotionally separate from the source of the message, because there are a lot of truths coming out right now that are coming from sources that we look at and we go, ew, don't like that. And I don't want to hear it because that's the person that's saying it. Well, just because that's the person that's saying it and we don't like them does not necessarily mean that things are not true. So I feel like it's important to evaluate the messages that we are being given through the lens of our discernment and try and separate the message a little bit from the sender. I feel like it's also very important to use our discernment about the people that are giving us the messages as well. I feel like that does need to be weighed in. But I feel like these two things need to be evaluated separately. And especially when we're looking at the sources, do they have a conflict of interest? Are they financially having something to gain or lose by the message? Is there some sort of an entrenched power structure that is threatened by this and attempting to control the narratives? Like, there's a lot of things to consider when we're looking at the sources. And I feel like it's really important to develop that inner discernment in a way that you can feel. That's why I practice innate communication every day. That's why I practice muscle testing every day. There is built inside of every single one of us a part of us that knows what is true and knows what is false. And we can learn how to tap into the part of us that knows that stuff and be able to get answers about what are we aligned with? What is not good for us? Who is lying to us? Is that true? There's a part of us that knows. Excuse me again. So that is something that I do teach, that embodied wisdom, learning how to trust ourselves, learning how to communicate with our own bodies so that we can navigate this world with discernment. I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm asking you to learn how to trust yourself. So if you're sick and tired of being told what to do by experts, by institutions, by society, by everything outside of yourself, and you just want to tap into that knowing that is built inside of you, that innate communication course is a wonderful resource, because I want you to be able to trust you and to not have to sit there and outsource your knowing to all of the institutions in the world, because goodness knows there are people that do have our best interests at heart, but their best interest is always filtered through a lens of self-interest. And that includes me. So we always have to know how to tap into our own discernment so that we can find those things that we are truly aligned with, and stop giving our time, energy, effort, and money to things that we're actually out of alignment with, that messes with our vibration, that pulls us down, that keeps us spinning in confusion. So it's really, right now, the energy is very much calling us back to ourselves. And this is an especially difficult wound for those of us who are experiencing or have experienced the wounds that we are addressing today, that persecution, that judgment, that being excluded, that being told that we're a black sheep. I mean, I had experience over the holidays, just trying to tell people about the place that I live. And then I've got a cousin sitting there asking me about my tinfoil hat. It's like, well, thank you again for the reminder that I don't really belong here. Thank you again for the reminder that I am on the outside, that I'm not really welcome here, that my experience and my life is not valued here. And it hurt, but how much am I going to let that get me down? That's my decision. And I'm telling you what, I'm using it to light a fire under my butt to make some changes and to actually create a circle for myself that is supportive. And I am so very grateful to every one of you that is here with me today, because you do help me feel seen and supported and loved in a way that I never had before in my life. And I cannot tell you how much that means to me. So we're now moving on to the releases of the ancestral burdens. We have 44 participants who have chosen to join us today, and we all have a legacy of trauma that has been passed down from our ancestors. These energies do have a tendency to affect us in one of 4 ways. The first way that it tends to affect us is that we may tend to manifest that emotion or belief easily and over again, almost like a theme in life. The second way is that it may skip generations and you're just a placeholder, passing it down, not really experiencing it intensely one way or another. The third way is that we run away from that emotion or belief, try never to feel or express it, act opposite as often as possible. And then the fourth way is we may teeter-totter back and forth between manifesting and running away, depending on where we are in our life's journey. So do keep that in mind as we are going through these releases. Try and think about the way that these energies are affecting you. You may even be able to see a pattern of this within your family. And as we're going through these releases, for you lovely people who are here with me live tonight, I would love to know if you feel like these things are relevant for you. So let's get to it. I'm going to release in the order which people signed up, and I am keeping a transcript that everybody's going to receive a copy when we're done. So starting with myself, my intention is to release the very oldest inherited trapped energy, whether it is an emotion or belief that is contributing to feeling judged, persecuted, excluded, or like the black sheep in this world. Some individuals who have signed up have specific intentions regarding their releases, and I intend that these intentions all be honored for the best and highest good of all. So, starting with myself, is this an emotion, a belief? I got a belief. Column A, column B, you got something under passion. Column A, something under trust. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2. I must do everything on my own. I feel called out. All right, is this inherited from my mother, from my father, inherited from my father, from his mother, father, from his father? How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, more than 550, more than 560, more than 570, more than 565, 561, 2, 562 generations back, starting with the male, starting with the male. Release this belief I must do everything on my own from every affected root and branch of my family tree. Have we released? Yes. Ooh, hang on. Ooh, I felt that in my stomach. Oh, solar plexus chakra. That was big. As I'm living here in my new apartment on my own, doing everything on my own. Oh, yeah, that's a big theme in my life. All right. Ooh. Loving Rose, you are the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, something under sabotage. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. Here's a belief: I am too stupid. All right, loving, do you think that this is relevant in your life, either in manifesting, running away, or teeter-tottering on? Is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father? How many generations back? More than 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, more than 650, more than 610, 20, more than 615, 610, 11, 12, 612 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with a female. What do you think, loving? Is that relevant for you?
Um, I think so. I don't know if that's necessarily. Yeah, I guess it does. I'd have to think about it more, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I know that you and I have had some discussions regarding technology that reflect this particular
Oh
statement.
yes, yes. I
So
used to,
go ahead.
oh no, I was just going to say. I mean, I've been using computers for like 20 years, and it's 20 or 25, 30 years,
Huh?
and all of a sudden, it's like they have to make everything so GD difficult.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so yeah.
Well, we release this belief: I am too stupid, from every affected root and branch of your family tree. All past and future generations, every family member touched by this, we release it right now. Have we released that? Yes. And thank you very much for sharing. I too share your frustrations with technology. Can't they just leave it alone when it works? All right. All right. That's my complaint. Sherry Bradford, you are the next individual, and she's usually here on the call. So I'll be very interested to know if this is relevant for you. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 4, somewhere else. Depression, frustration, some frustration coming up. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from his mother, father, from his father. How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 60, 70, more than 265, 261, 2, 3, 4, 5, 265 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with a female. Do I need to know anything else? No. So what do you think? Sherry, are you here? I know sometimes you're under the iPad, iPad listing on my little chat box there. So we release the feeling of frustration from every root and branch of your family tree. Have we released that? Yes. Carolyn Jamate is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, we have got something under communication. Column A, column B, we've got something under ego. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. Here's a belief: I have to be perfect. Carolyn, are you here tonight? I'd love to know if you feel like this is relevant.
I
Is
am
this
here.
beautiful?
That
Thank
is,
you.
yes, yes, spot on as a Virgo.
All right.
Absolutely. Yes. And I
All
share that
right.
with all the fellow Virgos that I know.
I'm also a Virgo. I feel this too. Inherited from your mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother. How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, more than 550, 5, 10, 20, 30, more than 525, 525, 6, 7, 527 generations back. Starting with the male, starting with the male. Do I need to know anything else? No. So we release the belief I have to be perfect from every root and branch of your family tree. Have we released that? Yes. And Sherry just commented in the box that she used to be frustrated a lot, especially when she was raising her family. Okay. Oh, now that I'm in all these energies, I'm all hot. Give me a second. My temperature suddenly just rose as soon as I started doing some releases. It was really cold before I started. This is the first, I mean, I don't usually heat up quite this fast. All right, so we know we're moving some big stuff tonight. All right, thank you very much, Sherry. I really appreciate you confirming that release. Daryl Blesnavage is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief? We've got a belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, column B, we've got something under scarcity. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1. Here's a belief. If someone else has more, I'll have less. I feel like that is not quite the right statement. If someone else gets what I want, then I can't have it. That feels like a more accurate statement to the energy. So is this inherited from mother's side? Yes. From her mother? Yes. How many generations back? 100, 200, more than 150, more than 110, 20, 30, 40, more than 135, 130, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 135 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with the female. Do I need to know anything else? No. So we release this belief. If someone else gets what I want, then I can't have it. We release this from your entire family tree, Daryl. Have we released that? Yes. Mary Amlong is the next individual. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 2, somewhere else. Anxiety, anxiety. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. How many generations? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, more than 450, 410, 20, more than 415, 410, 11, 411 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. Do I need to know anything else? No. We release that feeling of anxiety from your entire family tree, Mary. Have we released that? Yes. Paul Amlong is next. Is this an emotion, a belief? A belief. Column A, we've got something under insight. Column A, column B, we've got something under boundaries. Section 1, 2. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a belief. I have to tolerate being hurt. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. How many generations? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 710, 20, more than 715, 715, 16, 17, 18, 718 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release the belief I have to tolerate being hurt from your entire family tree, Paul. Have we released that? Yes. All right, so I'm going to hold that because he's the oldest so far. Liam Amlong is next. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under choices. Section 1, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's a belief I easily accept others' opinions. All right, inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 310, 20, more than 315, 310, 11, 12, 13, 14, 314 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release this belief. I easily accept others' opinions from every root and branch of your family tree, Liam. Have we released that? Yes. Tom Ververka is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under divine. Column A, something under faith. Section 1, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7, I have no faith in myself. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father. How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 60, 70, more than 365, 360, 361. 361 generations back, starting with a male. We release this belief from every root and branch of your family tree, Thomas. Have we released that? Yes. Tommy Vaverka Jr. is the next individual. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 1, somewhere else. We've got some abandonment coming up. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 385, 385, 6, 386 generations back. Starting with a male. We release the feeling of abandonment from every root and branch of your family tree, Tommy. Have we released that? Yes. Tanya Kosiak is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief? We've got a belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under trust. Section 1, 2. Number 1, I fear being used, so I can't trust. Inherited from mother, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, more than 650, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 685, 685, 6, 7, 8, 688 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief, I fear being used, so I can't trust, from every root and branch of your family tree, Tanya. Have we released that? Yes. Andy Marinka is next. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 1, somewhere else, abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, forlorn. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 60, 70, 80, more than 275, 271, 272 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. Forlorn is kind of like a sad, helpless, lost feeling. Like, you know, I'm abandoned and nobody's ever going to come and care for me or love me ever. So it's a really, really deep emotion. We release that feeling of forlorn from every root and branch of your family tree, Andy. Have we released that? Yes. Katie Pruding is next. An emotional belief. Column A, column B, something under power. Column A, something under ability. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. No one thinks I can do it. No one thinks I can do it. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 810, 20, 30, more than 825, 825, 6, 7, 8, 828 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. All right. 828 is now the new number to beat. We release the belief, no one thinks I can do it, from every root and branch of your family tree, Katie. Have we released that? Yes. Kimberly Pruding is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under love. Column A, we've got something under family. Section 1, number 1, 2. Here's a belief, I am not safe in my family. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, more than 550, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, more than 535, 535, 6, 7, 8, 9, 539 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief I'm not safe in my family from every root and branch of your family tree, Kimberly. Have we released that? Yes. Ellen Workaw is next. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 5, somewhere else, conflict. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 785, 785, 6, 7, 8, 9, 789 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with the female. We release the conflict from every root and branch of your family tree, Ellen. Have we released that? Yes. Dan Workaw is next. An emotion, column A, column B, row 2, somewhere else, failure, feeling of failure. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, more than 295, 291, 291. Starting with a male, female, starting with the female. We release the feeling of failure from every root and branch of your family tree, Dan. Have we released that? Yes. Beth Workaw is next. An emotion, column A, column B, row 3, somewhere else, confusion, defensiveness, defensiveness. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. More than 750, 710, 20, more than 715, 710, 710 even. Starting with a male. We release the feeling of defensiveness from every root and branch of your family tree, Beth. Have we released that? I can type, I promise. All right, Kathy Avolio is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, something under insight. Column A, something under body. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2. I am always going to be weak. I feel like that's not quite the right vibration either. I feel like this is more it's like they reject me because I am weak. I feel like that's a more accurate statement there. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, more than 650, 610, 20, more than 615, 610, 11, 12, 13, 613 generations back, starting with a male. We release the belief they reject me because I am weak from every root and branch of your family tree, Kathy. Have we released that? Yes. Joseph Avolio is next. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 6, somewhere else, pride, shame, shock, unworthy, worthlessness, worthlessness. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 310, 20, 30, 40, more than 335, 335, 6, 7, 8, 338 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release the feeling of worthlessness from every root and branch of your family tree, Joseph. Michael Dawson is the next individual. Is this in emotion? Column A, column B, row 5, somewhere else, blaming, dread, fear, horror, peeved, irritated, and pissed off. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 60, 70, 80, more than 375, 371, 371 generations. Starting with a male. We release the feeling of peeved from every root and branch of your family tree, Michael. Have we released that? Yes. Ezra Lester is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under sexuality. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, I am worthless as a man. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, more than 650, 610, 20, 30, 40, more than 645, 640, 640 even generations back, starting with a male. Well, it better. We release the belief I am worthless as a man from every root and branch of your family tree. As have we released that? Yes. Andrea Marshall is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under insight. Column A, something under defect. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8. And this one goes, I fear others will find out how bad I am. I don't feel like that's quite right either. I fear others will find out how, not how bad I am, is defective, is weird, how weird I am. So this feels like definitely being on the outskirts of society. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 285, 281, 23, 283 generations. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. Do I need to know anything else? No. So we release this belief. I fear others will find out how weird I am from every root and branch of your family tree, Andrea. Andrea is usually here. Are you here tonight, Andrea? Love to know if that's relevant. Carmen Hoffey is the next individual. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under choices. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, I exist to please others. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 60, 70, more than 765, 761, 2, 3, 4, 764 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with a female. I feel that one in my bones. I feel like we must have some common ancestor there.
Me too.
Oh, thank you, Kay. We release this belief I exist to please others from every root and branch of your family tree, Carmen. Have we released that? Yes. Allison Goldstein is the next individual. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under communication. Column A, we've got something under authority. Section 1, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 9, here's a belief they can't tell me what to do. I feel that in my bones too. You can't tell me what to do. You know, the only downside of that is when they're telling you to do something that's in your own best interest and you still resist. That's the only real downside of that one, in my humble opinion. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 710, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than 745, 745, 6, 7, 747 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with the female. Do I need to know anything else? We release the belief they can't tell me what to do from every root and branch of your family tree, Allison. Allison, are you here tonight? We released that? Yes. Jennifer Patino, I know you're here tonight. I'd love to know if this is relevant for you. Is this an emotional belief, a belief? Column A, we've got something under love. Column A, we've got something under parents. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is my father, mother, and parents. My parents are never there for me when I need them.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for confirming. I appreciate that. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father's side. From his mother, father, from his father. How many generations back? 100, 200, more than 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 185, 185, 6, 7, 187 generations back. starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release this belief my parents are never there for me when I need them from every root and branch of your family tree, Jennifer. Have we released that? Yes. Tanya Mowers is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief? You're very welcome. This is a belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, we've got something under financial. Section 1, 2. Number 1, 2. Here is a belief. I am a beggar and must live on what others give me. I feel like that's not quite the right phrasing. I am a beggar and live on charity. I feel like that's a more accurate statement for this energy. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, yes. How many generations? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, more than 710, 700, 1, 2, 3, 4, 704 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief I am a beggar and live on charity from every root and branch of your family tree, Tanya. Have we released that? Yes. Robert Hunt is the next individual. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 4, somewhere else. Anger, anger. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 810, 20, more than 815, 810, 11, 12, 812 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the feeling of anger from every root and branch of your family tree, Robert. Have we released that? Yes. Elizabeth Lowe is next, and I believe you might be here tonight. I'd love to know if this is relevant for you. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, something under codependency. Section 1, number 1, 2, here's a belief there is never enough love for me. Is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother, father, from his father? How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 60, more than 855, 851, 2, 852 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with the female. Do I need to know anything else? No. So we release the belief there is never enough love for me from every root and branch of your family tree, Elizabeth. Have we released that? All right, 852. What was our last one that was really big? 828. So we have a new oldest one. So, all right, Charity Ross, you are the next individual, and I know you are here tonight. Is this an emotion, a belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under choices. Section 1, number 1, 2, here's a belief I am trapped. And I feel like this needs to be extended, and I must do what others tell me. So I feel like that's the complete, because it's not just being trapped, but it's like being trapped in a place where like you have to comply for survival is what this energy feels like. Is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, more than 835, 831, 2, 832 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. What do you think, Charity? Is that relevant for you?
100%. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for confirming. I appreciate that very much. So we release this belief I am trapped and I must do what others tell me from every affected root and branch of your family tree, all past and future generations, every family member that has been touched by this energy, I release it right now. And I felt like I needed to go a little bit extra with that one because that one feels like it's resonating really strong in the collective. And it's kind of like part of the energy that is being imposed on us by the institutions, like, you can't change us, you rely on us to live. Yeah. Well, we could change anything we want. All right, so Catherine Hoover, this is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. All right, buttons. Column A, something under choices. Section 1, 2, 3, section 3, number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. And here's a belief: my life is a waste. And I feel like this is a belief imposed from outside. It's like, because you can't just be nice and go along with things, you're just a complete waste of space. You're not doing what I say. Ugh. You know, it's like, it's a very imposed from the outside kind of an energy. Catherine, are you here tonight? Love to know if this is relevant for you. Is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 60, more than 855, 855, 6, 7, 857 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. Yeah, that tracks. We release this belief: my life is a waste, from every root and branch of your family tree. Have we released that? Yes. And she just says, I think I can say I have felt that a lot. Thank you very much for confirming. And it did not start with you. So let's just be done with that, because your life is purposeful and meaningful, and we are so grateful you are here. Richard Ashworth is the next individual. I believe you are also here tonight. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, something under sabotage. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, section 6. Number 1, I hate myself because blank. And this feels like, how would I fill in the blank here? I hate myself because I can't just do what they want me to do. It feels like this is like, I'm being excluded because I can't bring myself to comply with all of this bullshit that they've got going on that I know is wrong. And so therefore they're excluding me, and I'm the black sheep because I'm the one that just won't go along with all this mess. That's what this energy feels like. So Richard, what do you think? Is that something that is relevant in your life? And he says, spot on. We release this belief. Oh, well, let me finish decoding it. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, more than 550, 60, more than 555, 550, 555 generations back. And money falls out of the sky. Ding, 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 ding. I wish I could do that. If I could just rain down money on all you guys when you get triple numbers, I would just be so happy to do that. All right, starting with the male, starting with the female, starting with the female. We release this belief: I hate myself because I can't just do what they want me to do. We release this from every affected root and branch of your family tree, our family tree. And we release this from all past and future generations, from every family member that has been touched by this energy. We release it right now. That one I feel like is really strongly tied with this whole idea of being a black sheep. Barbara Romanizin is the next individual. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 1 somewhere else. We've got some abandonment. You're welcome, Richard. And you are also welcome, Catherine. Okay, so this is I lost track. My brain just went. Love when that happens. I've been derailed. Okay, so is this an emotion? Column A, row 1, abandonment, abandonment. Well, that explains the letters that I just had there. Starting with, is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother, father, from his father. How many generations back? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. More than 750, more than 760, more than 770, more than 765, 761, 762 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the feeling of abandonment from every affected root and branch of your family tree, all past and future generations. Have we released that, Barbara? Yes. We have a next person who is wishing to remain anonymous. So initials FP. Is this an emotion, a belief? A belief? Column A, we've got something under insight. Column A, something under body. Section 1, 2, section 2, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 7. Here's a belief: I hate my fat body. Inherited from mother's side. From her mother. 100, 200, more than 150, 60, 70, 80, more than 175, 175, 6, 7, 8, 9, 179 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release the belief: I hate my fat body, from every root and branch of your family tree, FP. Have we released that? Yes. Elizabeth Steele is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief? A belief. Column A, we've got something under insight. Column A, column B, we've got something under boundaries. Section 1, number 1, 2, here's a belief: I am not allowed to say no. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, more than 450, 60, 70, 80, more than 475, 471, 2, 472 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release this belief: from every root and branch of your family tree, Elizabeth. Have we released that? Yes. Zayden Lyles is the next individual. Is this an emotion, a belief? Column A, we've got something under love. Column A, we've got something under family. Section 1, number 1, I judge them because they judge me. There's a lot of that going around. I've noticed. Even inside myself, when somebody gets real judgy on me, I just want to judge them right back. It's like, well, I guess I'm still human. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, more than 710, 20, 30, more than 725, 721, 2, 3, 4, 724 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief: I judge them because they judge me, from every root and branch of your family tree, Zayden. Have we released that? Yes. We're getting down to the end of it. We are on number 36 out of 44. Angel Parsons is the next individual. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under divine. Column A, we've got something under purpose. Section 1, 2, number 1, I am unable to be who I am. And this feels all about like shrinking the self in order to be accepted. Like you're too big, you're too loud, you're too emotional, you're too dramatic, you're too this, you're too that. So be small to be accepted. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, more than 650, more than 610, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than 645, 641, 2, 642 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release this belief: I am unable to be who I am, from every root and branch of your family tree, Angel. Have we released that? Yes. Abby Rowe is the next individual, an emotional belief. Column A, something under love. Column A, something under family. Section 1, number 1, 2, 3, I am not wanted by my family. I have felt that. I think I talked about that already today. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 885, 881, 2, 882 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. We release the belief I am not wanted by my family from every root and branch of our family tree. Have we released that, Abby? Yes. All right, we have a new oldest one to beat, 882. Steve Rowe is the next individual. Column A, is this an emotional belief? Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under financial. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5, it is hard for rich people to get into heaven. Well, that is a belief that has been imposed on the masses to kind of get us to accept the level of subsistence that we are allowed. It's a yucky one. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. Because the truth is, there's enough for everyone. There's enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. Inherited from his mother, father, inherited from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 760, 770, 780, more than 775, 775, 6, 7, 8, 9, 779 generations back. Starting with a male, female, starting with the female. We release this belief. It's hard for rich people to get into heaven from every root and branch of your family tree, Steve. Have we released that? Yes. Hey, Fisher is the next individual, and I believe you are here. I'd love to know if this is relevant. Is this an emotion, a belief? A belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, column B, something under safety. Section 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, here's a belief. I am afraid. And this feels like afraid of being rejected, afraid of being abandoned, afraid of having to make decisions, afraid of being alone, afraid of, big scary things happening in the world that we have no control over. Like there's this kind of like free floating anxiety around this particular belief. So is this inherited from mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother, father, from his father? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more than 850, 810, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than 845, 841, 2, 3, 4, 844 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. What do you think, Kay? Is that relevant for you? We released the
So
belief,
much.
I am afraid. You said so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for confirming that. I appreciate that. We release this from every root and branch of your family tree, all past and future generations. Have we fully released that? Yes. All right. Megan LaGuardia is next. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, we are under insight. Column A, we are under body. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 6. I don't like the way my body looks. Oh, I relate with that one a lot. We've been trained by our society that no matter what you look like, it's not good enough. And that's a way that they keep us like insecure so they can sell us solutions. It's lovely. You're too fat. You're too skinny. Here, have weight loss pills. Here, have muscle builders. Like, it's whole industry. How many industries would go out of business if we all just collectively decided that we actually the way we look and we're okay with it? I mean, it's just mind-boggling to think about. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, more than 450, 410, 20, 30, 40, more than 435, 431, 2, 432 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief I don't like the way my body looks from every root and branch of your family tree, Megan. Have we released that? Yes. Landon LaGuardia is next. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 2, somewhere else, anxiety, despair, despair. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 60, 70, more than 265, 260, 260 even. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the feeling of despair from every root and branch of your family tree, Landon. Have we released that? Yes. Weston LaGuardia is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under insight. Column A, something under pain. Section 1, number 1, 2, number 2, here's a belief: I deserve to be in pain. I feel like that would better be stated: I deserve to suffer. And there's a very distinct religious feel to that. Like I deserve to suffer because I'm a sinner, and suffering cleanses me of my sins and brings me closer to God. Like it's a really religious flavored belief right here. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother. 100, 200, more than 150, 60, 70, 80, more than 175, 170, 170 even generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief: I deserve to suffer from every root and branch of your family tree, Weston. Have we released that? Yes. Jackson LaGuardia is next. Is this an emotional belief? Column A, we've got something under communication. Column A, column B, something under ego. Section 1, 2, 3, section 3, number 1, I need to have it my way. Inherited from mother's side, from her mother. 100, 200, 300, more than 250, 210, 20, more than 215, 210, 11, 12, 212 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We release the belief: I need to have it my way, from every root and branch of your family tree, Jackson. Have we released that? Yes. And that's one that I can relate to too. I'm a little bit particular. I don't know if anybody else can relate. All right. Micaiah Ross is the final one today. So is this an emotional belief? A belief? Column A, column B, something under power. Column A, something under comparison. Section 1, 2, number 1, 2, 3, others are better than me at blank. And I want to fill in the blank with everything. So this feels like a really deeply insecure belief, like not believing that he's good at anything at all. Inherited from mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300, 400, more than 350, 60, 70, 80, more than 375, 375, 6, 376 generations back, starting with a male, starting with a male. Charity, this is your son. What do you think? Is that something you think is relevant in your family? We release this. You said yes?
Yeah.
Okay. We release this belief: others are better than me at everything, from every root and branch of your family tree. Have we released that? Yes. And Kay just commented, thank you. Someone told me some time ago, you've been too afraid to live. And no wonder I'm always stopping myself. Well, hopefully we have brought that pattern to an end tonight, though often there is more than one layers. And if you continue to struggle with these kind of patterns, you know, we are very multi-layered individuals. And when we come into the world with these kind of vibrations, we have a tendency to accumulate other layers that reinforce the vibration that was already there. And so releasing these, as much as I would love to just permanently end every single one of these right now, and that's my goal and my desire, I am aware that we are very multi-layered and multi-dimensional, and can often take a little bit more than one release to create the changes that we wish in our lives. So if you feel like, you know, there's, you know, like this much improvement, but you'd like this much improvement, I invite you to work together. We could do some more work and see what we can do to make more progress on that, because you deserve to live the life that you desire. You really do. So we have now finished with everyone on this list, and we all hereby release all of these energies from every affected root and branch of our family trees. all past and future generations, every family member that has been touched by any of these energies, we fully release them right now. All right. So I am curious if there are any inherited trapped energies that are affecting all 44 of us that have come together today to participate in this Zoom. I get a yes. How many? More than 10, more than 5, 5, 6. We got 6 together that we can release today. First one, is this an emotional belief? We got a belief. And since this applies to all of us, please feel free to chime in. Do you relate to this, either in manifesting it, running away, teeter-tottering? And because this is affecting all of us, some of you may also be placeholders, and that's okay. You know? All right, so this is a belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under financial. Section 1, 2, 3, section 3, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's a belief: I have no control over my finances. I have felt that. What about you guys? What about you? Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, so I'm going to release this through my lineage just because it is shared with all of us. Hey, Fisher says, oh yeah, inherited from my mother, father, inherited from father, from his mother, father, from his father, more than 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 950, 60, more than 955, 950, 951, 951 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. Sparkling Diamond says very much. We release the belief: I have no control over my finances, from every root and branch of our family trees. Thank you for your confirms. Have we released that? Yes. Second one we all share. Is this an emotion? Column A, column B, row 2 somewhere else. Anxiety, anxiety, my old friend. Oh yes. Oh yes, I relate to that very much. How about you guys? Inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father again. From his mother, father, from his father. 100, 200, 300. Okay, so more than 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 950, 910, 20, 30, 40, more than 935, 935, 6, 7, 8, 938 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. Yep, got another confirmation. We got some yeses on the anxiety. Yeah. Well, definitely I can feel that. So we release that from every affected root and branch of our family trees. We release that anxiety. Have we fully released that? Yes. Third one, is this an emotional belief? We got another belief. Column A, column B, we've got something else under passion. Column A, column B, we've got something under debt. Section 1, 2, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a belief: I feel empty. And this particular belief feels like that feeling that we get after being excluded, after being purposefully snubbed. And it's almost like a defense mechanism. Like, I'd rather shut down and feel empty and nothing than feel the pain of this continually being rejected. And I for sure relate to that. So is this inherited from my mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother, father, from his father. More than 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 950, 910, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than 945, 945, 6, 7, 947 generations back. Starting with the male, female, starting with the female. We've got somebody saying, I've definitely felt that. Somebody else, very much for me. Thank you for your confirmations. We release this from every root and branch of our family trees. We release that belief that I feel empty. Have we released that? Yes. I definitely shut down and disassociated and went numb after my family experience that I shared with you over the Christmas time. It was just, it's like, oh, this is a nice way to start out this party, and I've got to be here around all these people for another several hours. So let's just shut that down and disassociate a little bit and just get through so I can make this pleasant. Love it. Not really, but okay. All right, number 4, is this an emotion, a belief? We got another belief. Column A, we've got something under divine. Column A, we've got something under God. Section 1, 2, section 2, number 1, God doesn't love or support me. And I feel like this again has a very religious feel. And I want to add, because I don't believe the right thing. And I feel like this again is imposed by others. This feels like a rejection of someone else because of their faith, and that they internalize that because they've just been told this over and over and over again. I'm rather prickly on this particular one because I have definitely been ostracized, demonized, condemned, cursed, etc., because I don't ascribe to the popular beliefs held by the vast majority of society. I instead point out, it's like, hey, how many of y'all only believe the way that you do because that particular religion enforced it via torture, death, condemnation, like literally genocided people? And so people are like, okay, we'll comply instead of die. But they don't want to hear about that. They don't want to hear about that. And if your religion is feeling a little poked by that, then maybe they shouldn't have acted that way. Anyway, we've got some real confirmations here. People also definitely, absolutely, yeah. All right, so inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father again. From his mother, father, from his father. More than 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 1,100, more than 1,050, more than 1,000, 10, 20, 30, more than 1,000, 25, 21, 2, 3, 4, 1024 generations back, starting with a male, female, starting with the female. Seems like we've been doing these religious shenanigans for a really long time as humanity, and I would really like us to all just kind of get along. We all just get along. We release the belief God doesn't love or support me because I don't believe the right thing from every root and branch of our family tree. Have we released that? Yes. Number 5. Is this an emotion, a belief, a belief? Column A, column B, something under power. Column A, something under performance. Section 1, 2, 3. Number 1, 2, 3. If I'm wrong, people will lose respect for me. Yeah, that might resonate in my life because I always feel like I need to be right. And if I'm not right about something, I want to know about it so I can get right as soon as possible because I don't want to be wrong. I don't like being wrong. So I definitely feel this one. Inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father, from his mother, father, from his father. More than 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 950, 60, 70, 80, more than 975, 970, 972. Starting with a male, female, starting with a female. This one I'm feeling in my gut again. Ooh, strong. I release this from every affected root and branch of our family tree. Ooh, have we released that? Yes. And then the final one that we all share together related to this theme tonight. Is this an emotion, a belief? Column A, we're back under divine. Column A, column B, we're under forgiveness. Section 1, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a belief: I would rather die than forgive. Yeah, that'll be a little bit of an obstacle in forgiving others and forgiving ourselves, that we've been resonating with that. Anybody have any trouble with forgiveness or find that they might forgive too easily and then let people back in their lives so that they can hurt us again? Because that's kind of the teeter-totter then. Either we can't forgive or we're too forgiving. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I fall more on the category of too forgiving on this one. We got some people here that are like, yeah, that's mine. We've got some applause going on. Is this inherited from my mother, father, inherited from father? From his mother, father, from his father. We got another one. Maybe I've tried to forgive, but still have a lot of anger. Well, anger serves a purpose. It's part of us that loves us and wants us to not be hurt again. More than 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, more than 950, 60, 70, 80, 90, More than 995, 6, 7, 8, 9, 999 generations back. That 999, that's an ending number. That's like shit's coming to an end. Plus, money falls out of the sky. Let's rain it down on all of us with some abundance. Yeah. I need to get a graphic. I wonder if there's a way I could get a graphic of just like money raining down. That'd be awesome. I don't know how to do it on a Zoom call, but yeah, I'd love it. All right, so starting with a male. We release this belief, I would rather die than forgive, from every root and branch of our family trees. We hereby release all of these energies from every affected root and branch of our family trees, all past and future generations, every family member that has ever been touched by any of these energies. We fully release them right now. Have we fully released those? Yes. All right, anytime we release a belief, it leaves a hole in the subconscious mind called a subconscious gap. And we're now going to go ahead and download some new positive replacement beliefs to repattern and reprogram these energies that we have just released from the collective. So, do we need some new positive replacement beliefs? Yes. How many? More than 10, more than 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 that we need today. All right, so first, most optimal, beneficial, positive replacement belief for our lineage. Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, something under codependency. Positive statement, section 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8. Here's a belief: I only help and rescue when it is appropriate. I feel like I want to adjust that one a little bit. Let's see, I only comply, help, or rescue when it is appropriate for me. Because I feel like that brings some sovereignty into the equation. I feel like we often are pressured to go against our own best interest for the sake of belonging, for the sake of making someone that we love happy. And, you know, I know I myself have a tendency to be a rescuer. I mean, look at the work I'm doing. I'm like, hey, I'm going to save the planet. Oh, a little bit of a superhero complex going on here. But that's okay. That's okay. We need some heroes in this world. And why not me? Why not me? It's super. So what do you guys think? I only comply, help, or rescue when it is appropriate for me. Do we like this statement, or do you feel like it needs to be adjusted any further? And you can either type in the comments or open your mic and input. So we've got heart, we've got a definitely me. Anything else? All right, so we're going to call this one good. So I invite you to affirm with me: I only comply, help, or rescue when it is appropriate for me. I only comply, help, or rescue when it is appropriate for me. I only comply, help, or rescue when it is appropriate for me. Did the download take? Yes, it did. Second most positive, appropriate replacement belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, something under financial. Section 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8. This one says, I can do whatever is right for me. I want to change that to, I have permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. Bing. So I think that that's a more appropriate statement. I have permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. So do we like that statement, or do you guys feel like that needs to be adjusted at all? We're getting a heart. Anybody else? All right. Permission. Well, I like permission because sometimes that blockage is internal. Sometimes it's not other people pressuring us to abandon ourselves. It's us choosing to abandon ourselves. And so when we say I have permission to do whatever is right for me, that also includes permission from ourselves to do whatever is right for me. So I feel like that's addressing a self-abandonment pattern to say permission. So do we like that, or do you feel like, that's okay? So we're getting some hearts. All right. So let's download this new positive replacement belief, and I invite you to affirm with me. I have permission. Actually, let's insert the word divine. I have divine permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. Does that feel better? Yes. All right, good. All right, good at it, good at it. All right, so let's download this new positive replacement belief, and I invite you to affirm with me. I have divine permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. I have divine permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. I have divine permission to do whatever is right for me at all times. Did the download take? Yes, it did. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Third most optimal, beneficial, positive replacement belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under survival. Column A, we've got something under victim. Positive statement, section 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, 2, 3. Number 3. I am loved, cherished, and valued. And I want to add by God, others, and myself. So what do we think about that statement? I am loved, cherished, and valued by God, or insert your preferred word for the divine, here, others, and myself. Do we like that statement, or do we want to adjust that in any way? Getting some hearts. Beautiful. All right. So let's download this new positive replacement belief. And I invite you to affirm with me. I am loved, cherished, and valued by God, others, and myself. I am loved, cherished, and valued by God, others, and myself. I am loved, cherished, and valued by God, others, and myself. Did the download take? Yes, it did. I love it. I love it. I love that one. All right. Fourth and final, most beneficial, positive replacement belief that we need today. Column A, column B, we've got something else under survival. Column A, something else under victim. Positive statement, section 1, 2, 3, 4. Same section. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here's one. I am free to be happy. I feel like that one could be adjusted a little bit. I am free to be happy, peaceful, and accepted. What do we think about that combo? I am free to be happy, peaceful, and accepted, or maybe a different word than accepted. This one I feel like happy, peaceful, and instead of accepted, maybe valued. I am free to be happy, peaceful, and valued. I don't know. The third word is the one that I'm stuck on. Anybody got any suggestions? Please open your mic if you've got a suggestion, or type one in the box. I am free to be happy, peaceful, and fill in the blank. Loved. Loved might be a good one. I'm getting a no on that one though, muscle testing. Valued is not right. Accepted is not right.
How about
Honor.
productive?
Productive is giving me a no. Something about this third word. Something about this third word. All right, I have a list of blessings. Maybe it's on this list of blessings. Column A, column B, column C, row 5 somewhere else. Powerful, focused, enlightened, committed, knowledgeable, unconditionally loved. Unconditionally loved. All right, there we go. So we needed unconditional in the love. There we go. There we go. All right. So I am free to be happy, peaceful, and unconditionally loved. Yes. All right. So let us download this new positive replacement belief. And I invite you to affirm with me. I am free to be happy,
I am
peaceful,
free to be happy, peaceful, and
unconditionally.
unconditionally loved.
I am free to be happy, peaceful, and unconditionally loved. I am free to be happy, peaceful, and unconditionally loved. All right. Did the download take? Yes, it did. And I feel like that word unconditionally is needed there, because saying unconditional gives us permission to walk away from the conditional love. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all have ever been conditionally loved. I have. Oh, it's just so much fun performing to be loved. And if you're not performing up to snuff, that gets withholded. It's just the best. No sarcasm detected. All right. So we download all of these new positive replacement beliefs to every affected root and branch of our family trees, all past and future generations, every family member who is willing to accept them. We download these beliefs right now. We furthermore defragment all remaining subconscious gaps for all of our precious affected human family, filling any remaining spaces left by these releases with only the energies of love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and abundance through all space-time continuum in every dimension. All right. Are there any remaining subconscious gaps? No. Excuse me. I'm calibrating. Feel that all in my digestion, which is where I tend to feel things the most. So, all right. So those new downloads become affirmations that I invite you to use for after this event for yourself. And that will help you anchor those energies in more over the next 3 days. So we are now going to do a little quantum healing, and we're going to go back in time to assist and comfort all of these ancestors in every moment of trauma and pain where they are seeking help and relief, either silently or out loud. We send our consciousness back to those moments and infuse them with love, comfort, support, and hope, making it easier for everyone to endure. We invite their consciousness to join us now in a place that is warm and safe, where they are in the most comfortable chair, wrapped in perfect, soft, fluffy blankets and pillows, rested and alert, as if awakening from the most refreshing sleep. We are sending them energy now that they are safe and all of their needs are met, surrounding them with their most favorite delicious foods, most comforting, nourishing beverages, and all of the people that they love, who are loving them back in exactly the way that they needed and wanted. We run backwards all of these traumatic experiences, keeping only the necessary life lessons, erasing all holographic imprints and cellular memories of these traumas. Thank you, dear ancestors, for living through these experiences that we may be here today. We forgive ourselves. We forgive everyone and everything. Thank you, God, for these life lessons. We mark all of these as done and never to be repeated. All right, to finish the honoring and healing of our precious human family, it is time to call in our blessings. For our lineage is not just a place of wounding, but also a place of strength. So, dear ancestors, are there any particular blessings that you are sending us now to assist us? Yes. How many? More than 10, more than 5, 5, 6. We got 6 specific blessings coming in from our ancestors. So let me get out my list. What are you sending us today, dear ancestors? Column A, column B, column C, row 5, somewhere else. Power, focus. We're getting the blessing of focus. Second one, column A, column B, row 4 somewhere else. Detoxification trust. We are getting a blessing of trust. Third one, and I feel like this is trust in ourselves. Trust in ourselves is the specific blessing. Third one, column A, column B, row 3 somewhere else. Happiness, community, freedom, courage. We're getting a blessing of courage. Fourth one, column A, column B, column C, row 3 somewhere else. Vision. We're getting a blessing of vision. Fifth one, column A, column B, column C, row 2 somewhere else. Nourishment, hydration, energy, humor, a blessing of humor. Love that, love that. And the sixth and final blessing that is specifically being sent in, column A, column B, row 2 somewhere else, mobility, flexibility, flexibility. So we are being blessed through our ancestry with the attributes of wisdom, focus, trust in ourselves, courage, vision, humor, and flexibility. Thank you, dear ancestors, for these very specific blessings that you are sending us now. We choose to accept and receive these blessings in the deepest possible way for manifestation in our lives. We furthermore call forth from our ancestors all of the love, peace, hope, strength, kindness, patience, and all benevolent attributes of mastery that have been cultivated throughout our family line. We call forth these blessings into our lives here and now for ourselves and the entirety of our lineage. All of the gifts that we need to endure, thrive, and create peace on earth in these evolutionary times for ourselves and the entirety of our precious human family. Ancestors, we honor your experience. We thank you for your lives. We ask you to be with us now and assist us in manifesting all of the best attributes of those who came before us. And so it is. Oh, thank you so much to everyone who is here with me now and who has signed up to participate with this. I could not have done this without you. And I am curious what percentage of the population of the planet had at least one release from the work that we have done here together today. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, more than 95, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. We achieved 99% of the planet releasing at least one thing from our collective work today. How many have released 2 things? More than 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, more than 45, 45, 46, 47, 48. Almost half of the planet had 2 releases from the work that we did today.
Yay.
3 or more releases, more than 10, more than 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8% of the planet received 3 or more releases. That is incredible. That is incredible. I'm curious, one thing that I've never asked before is how many releases did we share at minimum on this event? So this is like all of us together, the very minimum number of emotions that every single one of us released who is part of this, all 44 of us. 10, 20, 30, more than 25, 25, 26. Each one of us that has participated in this today released at least 26 things from our ancestry, from our lineage. That's huge and powerful. And I think like a really good reason to keep participating, because as much as it's wonderful that we've, released 3 little things for the planet, like I think that we who come here together to do this, just a little bit more help. And we're doing it for ourselves. So thank you. And that also kind of shows that, our lineages, those of us who come together here, we are connected in a very deep way through our ancestry. Our shared ancestry is a bit more interlinked than what we realize. So thank you, my precious family, for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. So that is a lot of people impacted by our collective healing work. And I am so very grateful that you have chosen to spend your time with me and to participate in this. The next one that is going on the schedule is Tuesday, February 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to put that in a little chat here for you. And I invite you to come with me for that one, because inspired by current events, I really want to focus on war, racism, separatism, and division as the themes that we're going to be working on for that next call. Because, oh my gosh, it feels like, looking around at the media, it feels like we're more divided than ever. And it feels also like, we are less tolerant of those who share different beliefs in a lot of ways. So I've noticed that, I'll be getting along really, really well with somebody and then touch on something that they just don't believe the same thing. And instead of being able to like peacefully, just disagree and be like, well, I could see that you have a point. You could see that I have a point. We might not agree on this, but we could still get along. That it's more like, if you believe that way, I want nothing to do with you. So I don't know if you guys have noticed a pattern like that in the world, but I feel like I have. And I feel like, addressing that whole separatism, the division, the racism, the wars, are really something that I am inspired to do. Will I do scapegoat anytime soon? I can definitely add that to my list of things. I feel like that energy of scapegoating was partially addressed with what we went through today, because like when you're scapegoated, you're kind of being persecuted and judged. And that was very much about the energy today. So I do feel like we've kind of addressed that without using that specific word. Black sheep, scapegoats are kind of, similar type of energy. All right. So, but I can do specifically scapegoat coming up sometime soon. So thank you for the suggestion. So I always like to do a free piece of organite for the individual that released the oldest individual trapped emotion. And that looks like that's going to be Abby Rowe. Abby Rowe was the person who released the oldest individual emotion today. And so I'll be reaching out to her to get her free piece of organite. So thank you so much for your contribution to the healing of our precious human family, Abby. And I will be in touch. So we are going to wrap things up with a short rebalancing intention, and we hereby disconnect our energy and return to the sanctity of our own sovereign selves, grounding ourselves deeply into the earth. Please say the words sovereignty now. We honor all who we have connected with today, transmuting any energy that does not belong to us into only love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and abundance, and returning each person's energy back to where it belongs. We now honor ourselves as we cleanse and rebalance each one of our chakras in rainbow flame. As each flame lights, it restores the proper speed, brightness, and direction to each chakra center in accordance with each soul's inner wisdom. Red flame, orange flame, yellow flame, green flame, blue flame, indigo flame, violet flame. We send all inappropriate energies that exist in our beings into the black flame, into the null, into the void, into non-existence. We light the white flame of infinite, unconditional love of the Creator, and we bring it in down through our crown chakra, down through all of our chakra system, bringing all of our chakras into vertical stacked alignment and grounding our energy deeply down into the earth. We honor our center below body presence. Please affirm with me, I am here. We honor our center above soul presence. Please affirm with me, I remember I am. We honor our core consciousness, spirit of infinite love and wisdom presence. Please affirm with me, I know I am. In our Akashic records, we mark all of these released ancestral energies as done and never to be repeated on behalf of ourselves and our entire human family. We thank you, precious honored ancestors, for all of your experiences, and we choose now to release all patterns and karma that are no longer serving us. We are so very grateful for the healing that has taken place today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you all so much for being with me today. If you feel like this was beneficial and you'd like to do an individual session or purchase some Organite as I've used with my wand and my chakra healing pucks, you can do that on phoenixhealingcreations.com. I also do have that innate communication course that is designed to help you reclaim your own connection with your own inner wisdom in a way that you can feel and trust in your body in a very tangible way. So I invite you to check that out. Thank you so much for supporting my healing efforts to uplift and support our precious human family, individually and collectively. And may this work that we have done together today create beneficial shifts for each one of your lives, lighten the energy of the planet, and call forth peace on earth and the hearts of all to manifest as soon as possible, please. I look forward to seeing you again the next time. And if you have anything that you would like to say or any feedback about today's session, I invite you to open up your mics and let me know. All right. Anybody got anything to say? We've got some comments coming in. As always, thank you and abundant blessings. We've got a thank you.
It was wonderful.
Well,
Yes, thank you so much. I always appreciate these and I appreciate the work you do.
Oh, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for participating, especially because you guys come on a regular basis, and I appreciate that so, so much. Okay. Looks like people are starting to sign off now. I really appreciate you being here. Got another comment. Thank you. That was awesome. Thanks so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to end the recording now, and I will see you all the next time. Have a beautiful rest of your night. And if you're in the northern part of the US or in the upper hemisphere of the world, I invite you to go outside tonight and check out the Aurora Borealis because we're supposed to get some. So we'll see you all the next time. Bye now.